Imagine doing everything you can to make your friend succeed, only to have them try to destroy you in return. In 2023, an OnlyFans star accused Bradley Martyn of harassment and exploitation, claims that almost ruined Bradley Martyn's career. Stay tuned as I uncover how fame, loyalty and betrayal turned millions of dollars into ashes. Bradley Martyn is from a small town from San Francisco called Pacific. He grew up with his brother and stepsister and had a rough upbringing. Everything started when Bradley was 6 years old and experienced something traumatic. It was 1995 when his father was found dead after he hung himself in a garage. His dad that had a severe drug addiction and had lost control of his life, but despite his rampant drug use, he was 100% sober when he did it. This understandably left his family in distraught. Bradley did not have a close relationship with his brother and Bradley felt extremely lonely. He had no one.
About me and my father, and I remember at one point you told me, because I would have these conversations with you about
just speak through it.
You told me one time, you said you told me to write down almost like a letter to my 6-year-old self. In relationship to my father taking his life, taking himself, and how it affected me as from my perspective as an older man to a 6-year-old, and like kind of telling my younger self, hey, this is what happened, this is why you'll be okay, this is why, this is like what I know now. And it wasn't as simple as what I thought it was then, which was my father didn't love me, and I'm not good enough.
His dad's passing built up an anger inside Bradley. He was frustrated and thought that life was unfair, when suddenly he found the gym. The gym was like therapy for Bradley. He went to the gym every day and released some of the anger that was built up inside him. Bodybuilding and the gym made Bradley feel like he had control again in his life. He had control over his body, a sense of control that he had never experienced before. And this feeling, this sensation, made him addicted to the gym. Throughout the years, the gym ultimately led Bradley Martyn to start posting videos on social media, when social media was just getting started and was brand new. He was now 16 years old and he kept posting on social media and grew with the platforms. He was anxious and looked for a way to distract himself when he suddenly found bodybuilding and his hero Ronnie Coleman. The spectacular things that Ronnie Coleman did inspired the young Brad. These interests formed the beginning of Bradley's career. Instagram was brand new and anything could go viral. He saw that everybody was posting coffee and food pictures and he wanted to be unique and saw a gap in the market. He realized that he could post fitness content, which he started to do and grew insanely fast. He quickly grew to 10k followers on Instagram and was one of the first people in the world to hit 10k on Instagram. His fascination of bodybuilding led Bradley to apply for a bodybuilding contest. It was like a dream. He trained every day, he ate the right type of meals and made himself ready for this bodybuilding contest. When the day had come, Bradley was nervous. He was about to step on stage. He went up there and his physique was nowhere near everybody else's. He lost badly and got humiliated. His dreams were shattered. When the months went by, Bradley kept posting on social media and quickly grew to hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, when he suddenly got invited again. But this time he was guaranteed the first place because of his following. Bradley accepted and made his dreams come true, but it didn't quite feel right. He quickly grew to 300,000 followers and just kept on growing, collabing with other creators, YouTubers, and started his own YouTube channel as well. Throughout the years, he quickly became one of the biggest influencers in the world. He even opened his famous gym, Zoo Culture. With his momentum, he even started his own podcast called Raw Talk. The podcast became such a huge success that Bradley soon started to feature some of the world's biggest fighters, where he would ask the following question: could you beat me in a street fight? Play the clip.
You think you beat me in a street fight?
You in a street fight?
Yeah.
You're a podcaster, brother.
I love it. I love it. So the answer is then yes, yeah?
Of course.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think I might be able to get you.
Yeah. You won't.
260.
And people think that like muscles like mean something. Muscles don't mean nothing. Like
I'd beat the fuck out of you in a street
no,
fight.
I would you, bro.
Yeah,
I would you,
God, I love it.
No, like for
You
real,
think
for real.
at your weight. What's your weight? Damn it, I want his f***ing weight.
No, so 150, around 150.
Bro, I would maul you at 150.
No.
100%.
No. So in the process of you getting to me,
You think you piece me up that fast?
I'm gonna hit you so many
God,
times. I'm gonna hit you so many
I want
times.
to do this so bad.
I'm gonna hit you so many times.
Oh,
No. I'm gonna hit you so many times. By the time that you do get to me,
I'm asleep.
No, like
At 150?
bro. I didn't beat up.
At 150? You think I couldn't get your legs? I look at those legs. They're tiny legs, bro.
I know. Yep, tiny. Yep, they are tiny. They are.
Bradley Martyn's delusion came apparent, and the phrase "I'm 260 though" became viral. You could find this phrase under the most random posts on the internet. The phrase that was used in reference of somebody attempting to do something near impossible or impossible. He was one of the biggest fitness influencers when his career got threatened with the following drama. Stable Ronaldo is a streamer that one day visits Bradley Martyn in a IRL stream, and you can see them joking with one another, and everything seemed fine. Bradley seems to not take offense to any of the jokes when everything changed during this exercise. Stable takes Bradley Martyn's hat when Bradley Martyn's demeanor changes. He tells him in a serious way, give the hat back, but Ronaldo doesn't give it back. When Bradley Martyn does something shocking, he slaps him and takes the hat back by force.
Oh, I didn't know that was bad. My bad, Brad. Like, actually. Y'all didn't see it, but I slapped him back.
Before continuing into the video, I just want to say please subscribe and help me fuel the passion that is this channel. Your support means the world to me, so please press that subscribe button if you're enjoying the video, and let's get straight back into the video. Thank you. And understandably, Stable Ronaldo was in shock and could not believe what just happened. And this became a huge drama on every social media platform. Some people was on Bradley Martyn's side saying that you shouldn't play around like that and take other people's possessions, and some other people was on the opposite side saying, why would you slap somebody that you are 2 times bigger than? People said that it was unnecessary force for somebody that small compared to him. It's clear to me that he has an insecurity regarding his hair, which is why he chooses to have a hat on almost every single post. And when this kid Stable Ronaldo takes his hat, his insecurity is exposed, which is why he reacted in such a dramatic manner. Play stupid game, win stupid prizes. But you can clearly see them banter and joking with each other earlier in the stream, and Bradley seemed to be fine with it until his insecurity got targeted when he acted like he did. And on this insecurity topic, you can clearly see that the 260 phrase is a reflection of Bradley Martyn's insecurities. But the drama would not end here for Bradley Martyn, because soon he also got into an altercation with Logan Paul. But instead of going back and forth on social media, they decided to meet up in real life, and what seemingly looks like they wrestled to settle their differences.
Bro, are you ready? All right, we got waivers. Okay. So we're doing that. My thesis is you have cameras everywhere in this gym. Yeah, but I agreed to not post anything. Why did you say that? Why did I say what? I want to see Jake. Yeah. I thought you. Yeah, but I thought you and Jake are cool. No, we are. But by the same token, like, if you really felt that way about me contacting you directly, you would have just contacted me directly, not got on the internet and said that.
That's it. Thank you. That's it. Good stuff. Bro, thanks for letting that happen. Yeah. Sometimes, bro, boys gotta be boys, man.
But this was not the only drama that Bradley Martyn was involved in. In this same gym where this whole Logan Paul drama took place, he met a small influencer by the name of Noelle Leyva. Bradley saw huge potential in her and approached her to propose a business opportunity that could change Noelle's life. The deal was a 5-year deal where Bradley Martyn, one of the biggest fitness influencers, would promote her with his millions of followers. He would also create partnership opportunities and let her live in his mansion rent-free. On top of that, pay for all of her expenses like cameramen, editors, and managers. But in exchange, he would get 25% of her earnings the first 5 months, and then after that 30% of all her income. She understandably agreed, and Bradley made her explode on social media. And here is where everything gets messy, because there are 2 sides to this story. Let's begin with Bradley Martyn's side. Bradley Martyn says that when he approached Noelle, she only had 20k followers on Instagram, and that he had built up her career from the ground up. With Bradley's help, she quickly grew to 700,000 followers on Instagram and started to earn 10k a month from just brand deals. And according to Bradley, she came up with the idea of opening an OnlyFans. Bradley supported this and allocated several employees to help her with the filming. And on top of this, Bradley made a YouTube video promoting her OnlyFans on his channel with 3 million subscribers. Her income surged to $100,000 a month, and according to Bradley Martyn, this was when she stopped paying him and completely abandoned the agreement.
I've obviously been in a situation where I met someone who made $0 a month, came to work with me, agreed to these terms,
for me to help them with their whole brand and everything. And then when she was making $100,000 a month, she just decided, I don't want to continue paying you.
Noelle's side of the story is very different. She says that Bradley Martyn approached her when she had 120,000 followers and not 20,000 followers. According to her, she was already relatively established. It was like a partnership, she describes. It helped her and it helped him as well. Not only this, but this is where things get weird. Buckle up. She says that she was not the one that came up with the idea of opening an OnlyFans, but rather that Bradley Martyn was the one pressuring her to create an OnlyFans. Noelle explains that this made her incredibly uncomfortable. She also states that he took way too high percentage of her earnings and any other management team would take half of what he did. On top of this, she also said that Bradley Martyn did not do enough to justify the 30% cut. She states that the communication was bad and was all around a bad partnership according to her.
This person approached me. I didn't even know who this person was until they reached out to me. I was doing really well at the time. I was getting like hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. Also, side note, at this time I had 120K on Instagram, not 20K. Me and my parents were questioning a lot, the very high percentage, and then also the clause at the end of the contract, which is 10% for 5 years. So I was obviously skeptical about this, but he kept reiterating, I'm going to be doing 10 times more than a normal manager is doing, and I'm just basically going to be the star. Important to note that this person fed me lies to get me to sign this contract. Had maybe been on social media for like 6 months. I didn't really know anything. Because a normal manager really takes around 10 to 15% of like brand deals they get you and stuff like that. Okay, so why I ended the contract. So this person claims that it was a money thing why I ended the contract. I just didn't want to give a chunk of my money to someone anymore. But that's not true because I in fact give the same, almost the same exact percentage to my management now. They take 25, he took 30. It wasn't about that at all. After working with this person for 2 months, I started to realize that the major things that this person promised weren't gonna happen. And main reason for signing me was to convince me to start an OF. Let me point out the fact that OF was never mentioned once while we were discussing the contract. After being heavily convinced, this person would bring up OnlyFans daily. It was a conversation we had every day. The more money I started to make on this platform, the less I would hear from this person. I was hearing from them every few weeks, maybe every once a month. So the last, I want to say at least 6 months that I was working with this person, they helped me with nothing. What really pushed me over the edge was the way that this person would talk about other people made me so deeply uncomfortable. It was sickening. He knew how much this person meant to me. Let me tell you, this was the closest person in my life. And he was still saying things like, I'm going to ruin this person's career. I'm going to make sure they never go a step further in life. This person's a piece of shit. If you're going to talk about someone I care about most like that, do you really care about me as a person?
Now the ultimate question is, who is in the wrong? It is pretty simple. Let's begin with the undeniable. Bradley Martyn had a huge impact on her career. Even if you accept Noelle's claim of having 120,000 followers when the agreement was signed, she still 6x'd her follower amount, which contributes to a huge income increase. She also said that his management fees was way too much, but in her own public response, she said that her current management was also taking 25%. But maybe her current management was treating her better and was doing more than Bradley's team did. Let's get into that also. She said that she was pressured into making an OnlyFans and that Bradley was a bad partner, which is very serious allegations. If you look into the lawsuit that Bradley Martyn and his team filed, we can see that after Bradley Martyn initiated the lawsuit, she was willing to continue the deal only if Bradley Martyn's cut his management cost by half, aka going down to 15%. But you tell me, why would you still want to work with somebody that you yourself said was a bad partner, who didn't do enough and even pressured you to make OnlyFans content, which ultimately made you uncomfortable? If you still want to work with him but lower the management cost, was he really a bad partner or are you just greedy? Tell me what you think in the comments. Please subscribe, my goal is 10k and it would mean the world if you subscribe. The algorithm thinks that you're going to enjoy this video, so press the video on the screen, sit back and enjoy.